Hello, crafty peeps. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for tuning in to see yet another crafted video. So I wanted to show my project for the CIJ Christmas in July Pick and Choose group swap that was hosted by Brittany on her Patreon group. And we were in groups of 3. We had to choose 2 items, then 1 item, and then include an extra and house it all in a loaded envelope or some type of loaded holder. So I'll show you the things that I created, and this was a lot of fun. She does quite a few swaps on her Patreon as well as other platforms. So here's the paper I used. This paper was actually created by Tamika, who is Scrap the World, in her Patreon group. She created it and we were able to download it and use it. Really pretty. Has about, I guess, 4 or 5 designs. And these are just some of the scraps I have left. I printed on heavy cardstock, I think about 65 pounds. And I've used it a few times actually. Just holding on to the scraps in case I needed it. I really love that page. And then she has some images included, like these big mittens that you could do different things with. So I used that paper for my project, along with some gold cardstock. I used this die set from Memento. I believe I used the Bless from that one. And from this Honeybees, I used the Bright and Merry die cut words. And then I also used this larger frame for my packaging. And then this, I used these chipboard pieces from Tim Holtz, these Christmas chipboards. I love those. And let me show you. Oh, and one other thing I used the Sizzix XL die by Eileen Hull. This is called a book box, and there's the number there, 665873, and it's called a book box, and it measures 5 by 6.5 completed. So it's a nice size and it can hold a few things. So here's what I created. This is how it'll come packaged. I love it. It's a little chunky, but that's okay. And that's the spine. And I just layered the papers with gold, and then I added a rosette, which I textured, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. I added a rosette, some trim, some pom-poms, a little resin piece there. Added some other trim and use those words on the front, and that's the back, and it's just tied with some ribbon. So that's how they'll come packaged to my partners. And let me show you one that I'm getting ready to package up. And so this is how the inside looks, and I matted the edges, matted the insides with the paper. Really cute. And this area is about 4 by 3/4 by 6 1/4. And it's about 1 inch deep, so it can hold a few things, and I think it's good for giving. So here are my rosettes. So one of my choose to were rosettes, and I used the Anna Griffin Special Tricks folder for these, and these were actually white. These ones I made gold, and I made some that were colored. And what I did is I took some Hottie swap sprays. I put them in a box and I sprayed them different colors and let the drops fall where they may, and came out with a texture. I really love how they came out. Really cute. And what else? Let's see. Oh, and here are my cards. I did a set of 3 by 3 note cards, and here's where I used the die cuts. It says Believe. This flower was gifted to me in a swap last year, so I used those holly leaves, berries, really pretty. And here's the other, Mary, and I just added some snowflakes there. And of course they all have envelopes, and here's the last one, Bright, and I just put some ribbon there, a flower. And so those are my 3 by 3s. Really sturdy, and I made everything from the Cricut card stock that I get from Amazon. Really cute, really sturdy. So here are my bows, and I add some gem pieces, and I add some pom-poms for some of them. Really cute. Tried to mix up the papers to give them a little bit of, everything to play with. And I used my Cottage Cuts bow die that I love because it cuts a small and a large at one time. Love that thing. Oh, and this will be my extra. So you could do a dangle, a crochet item, or a resin item. So I chose to do a resin item, and I used some star molds. Just made a little keychain, and I packaged it with that die. Info is on the back, and I just sandwiched the ribbon in between the two and glued it together. And let me show you the molds that I used. Just simple molds. This is actually a candy mold. This one I think I got from Michael's, and this one I think came from the Dollar Tree. And I used that star, both of those stars, to create those. And in those resin pieces, some have sequins, and then some have the larger one has gilding flakes, gold gilding flakes. So really cute. Love how that came together. And so there's my swap. Sure, by the time this goes up, we will have swapped already, but I will link her channel down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.